Join us, MrTruck.com, for truck reviews, trailer reviews, and accessory reviews. It's Kim with MrTruck.com, and we are at the State Fair of Texas, where I think we're the only ones here. Anyway, it's media day, and media is missing, so I'm here. I'm here to cover all the action. Now, I want to look at this brand new Frontier, just came out. And I have with me Michael Yarger.
That's correct.
Holy cow, I pronounced it. That is so cool. And you are a marketing dude?
I'm the chief marketing manager for the Frontier, the Titan, and also the Armada.
Oh, awesome. The big guy with the big cheese. And this is good because we waited forever. We used to call it the final Frontier when the old one went on forever. You know, it's like some kind of a thing with the companies that do that. I mean, Lincoln used to do that, make them last forever, 10 years at least. You guys have run, what, 14 years on the old model?
It was actually an 05 through 21, so 16 years.
16 years. Holy cow, well, you did really well. It didn't cost you anything to build the last 10 years of them.
It cost something.
Well, that's cool. They were just the right size. We've all driven them and we've liked them. And, they were popular. And now they should be more popular because you got something new. And you always got to have something new every once in a while.
Yeah, you got to have a reason for people to come in, right?
Well, that's true. They don't look at the same old, suitcase forever. Just like I get Ariat boots and I get tired of looking at them because they never wear out, so I just throw them away. But anyway, we're going to walk around and talk about, this is what, the 3.8 V6?
3.8 liter V6, 310
came out
horsepower.
a year before.
We put it in the model year 20.
Cool. So I was thinking, we'd spin around, tested and tried and all that.
That's right. Go around the Pro 4X. This is our top of the line model. And you can see something from the front. It really takes a lot of cues. The engineers, the designers, which was designed at NDA in California, they really took a lot of their inspiration from the old hard body from the mid 1980s. But you can see the interlocking front, LED headlights, a very aggressive, bold front end on this vehicle, tow hooks, because this is an off-road vehicle and you're going to use those tow hooks to pull your friends out with your new Frontier.
Well, I would hope so.
Of course, under the hood, the new 3.8 liter V6 with 310 horsepower, 281 foot-pounds of torque, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. And you can see going down the side, this is a Pro 4X Premium. So you can see the beadlock style wheel, the off-road tire. You can just see how the truck kind of flows together. It's a lot more modern looking than we were before. And of course, with that modern look and that redo is safety. All of our safety stuff is available. That's our Nissan Safety Shield 360. That's a suite of 6 different items, but they're all available in every trim, from the bottom trim up to the top as a package.
How many cameras is that? I see one on the mirror.
So you've got 4 cameras. So this particular model has our AVM. So it's got the around view monitor. You can see the front, the back, the sides, and it also has off-road AVM, which below certain speeds, you can set the camera and you can see that right side passenger wheel at low speed. So if you're negotiating a rock or something, you can see to make sure you don't scar up your brand new truck.
Oh, that's awesome. You don't want to mess up the wheels. You want to be able to see those rocks. I love cameras. Now, is this the same size or is it a bigger crew cab now?
So the cab is basically the same size. There are some things that were done. The frame is basically the same length. The truck is about an inch or so longer, mainly to accommodate those safety things that we were talking about earlier, like forward emergency braking. We've got rear automatic emergency braking on this one. But the cab is about the same size. The one thing that is a little bit different when you get in the cab is when they designed the seat design, and these are the zero gravity seats that Nissan is famous for. When you're in the old truck, I couldn't reach into that door pocket. In this new truck, when I shut the door with the design of the seat, I can actually reach in that pocket and get that stuff out.
Oh, so that was a little narrower?
So a little bit, it's a little bit, just the seat design is a little bit narrower. But I mean, from a comfort standpoint, it's way more comfortable, but it's just the little things they did to make the truck a little bit more user-friendly throughout the thing. And you can see here, this has our 9-inch center console. 8 is standard in the S and SV. This has got Fender audio, everything in these trucks. The electronic locking diff.
Oh, good, like just push button.
Push button, yes.
That's awesome, that's a good way to do that. I was wondering, it's got Fender speakers, and I saw that when you launched that a couple of years ago. But how come I had a Pathfinder and it had Bose speakers?
Yeah, so on the truck side, I worked with Fender to put the Fender system in the Titan, and we also put it in the Frontier. I really like their system. It's really geared. They do a great job of working with us and making sure that sound quality in that cabin is set. And like they say, if you look at the one on the Titan, it's like a live performance in your truck. So they really do a good job of making that sound like you're at a live performance.
Well, it's really a well-known name too. People recognize it right off. Everybody knows what a Fender guitar is. Cool. So this is the Pro 4X.
This is a Pro 4X.
I always liked that package. I think it's pretty good. I've
Yeah.
played more of them in the Titan, but this is awesome. Oh, bed liner. You got all kinds of
So
things
we've got the
happening.
factory spray and bed liner, our Utilitrack system. One thing that we did on all Frontiers for this year, I've got a dampened tailgate, which is really nice, so your tailgate doesn't slam down.
Yeah. Still got your cargo.
Got the the electric utilities in the back for use.
That's 400 watt.
400 watt.
Yeah.
So you've got the ability to plug up and do some work or have some music or whatever you want to do on your tailgate.
I can't remember if it was Titan or this. Like first, clear back when they first came out, first ones that have all that, the rail on the side for cargo management. I always thought that was great.
Yeah, it is great.
Probably about the same time if they're
Yeah, we've had it for a few years.
Yeah.
And the great thing about a dampened tailgate is one hand, and I've got a separated left shoulder, so I did that with a separated shoulder. So
yeah. You can do the Mel Gibson thing, right? Pull your shoulder out by bumping into a file
No, I
cabinet.
can't do that. That's dislocated by that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you can see the LED tail lights, LED headlights on this model. It's a great looking truck. The ride quality is vastly improved on this vehicle versus the old one. It's fantastic. The seats, are much better. Just great improvements all across the board on this vehicle.
Was the ride different from shocks or different spring ratings, or what made it better?
Just the calibration of the sound. Well, sound quality inside. There's a lot of NVH in this vehicle. It's a very quiet cabin compared to the old one. The engineers just did a good job. The steering ratios are a little bit quicker.
It's still rack and pinion.
Still rack and pinion though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I like these fender flares. So many people are going crazy on fender flares, making them 3 times bigger than the tire. It makes the tire look weird.
Yeah. Well, you don't want the tire to look too small.
No, that looks actually good. That's a good proportion there. Is this cement color? That's a big proper thing.
That's Boulder Gray Pearl.
Okay.
If you want the technical name, but yeah, it's this new flat gray is a very popular color.
Yeah.
We have it on some of our other vehicles. I don't see one sitting here right now, but it's a great color, and it's a color that's a little bit easier to keep clean, maybe not so hot as some of the darker colors. But
sure. That's popular now. I see it on about everything. So that's a 9-speed.
9-speed automatic, and you can see in this one, in the top of the line, this one has the wireless charging, of course, heated front seats, USB charging ports A and C in the back and front.
Yeah, I see that. Got those in the back.
Dual automatic climate control in this particular model, the moonroof. It's a loaded up pickup.
Let's see. Let's open the hood. See what that engine looks like.
Let me go around there and open the hood.
Don't go away, Mr. Truck.tv. We'll be right back.
I can never find these things on anybody.
Here, let me help you.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, it's got struts. None of that little pull thing.
None of the pull things.
Oh man, I like that. That's as high as it goes, huh?
Yes,
where
that
it
is
wanted
as high
to
as it
stop.
goes.
3.8. Yes, indeed. Well, I thought that was interesting. You put it in the old model first. Got some miles on them. Where you put them in the new model. That
Yeah,
makes
and
sense.
I've driven the old model. I've driven the new model. There were some changes to the transmission programming on this model, so it feels a little peppier, a little bit smoother riding than even the 20 and 21. I haven't had a chance to get them out on the drag strip side by side yet, but we'll do that eventually.
So that's got a big air box on it. So is this not a vacuum boost on the brakes? Is it a hydraulic boost? Or?
Hydraulic boost.
Is it?
I believe so.
You don't hardly see a small truck do that. That's interesting. I see the can. I see a vacuum canister. Wow, that's news. Well, that's something I'd brag about. A lot of diesels went to that. And they ran off the power steering pump. I have no idea what this does, but when they run off the power steering pump and you try to parallel park, it's a little tricky, but it's maybe a whole different design.
I'm not exactly sure how that all works.
Yeah, I'll have to find out because that's interesting. I see the lines going into the transmission. Now, does this have a transmission cooler? That's the big buzzword now.
The
is
small truck
Toyota.
does not have a transmission.
Okay, because a lot of people are stopped doing that. I mean, they must really have faith in their transmissions to do that. But Toyota did that. I think GM and Ford are doing that.
Well, I don't believe it does. Let me
Yeah.
back up. I might be wrong, but I don't believe it does.
Yeah. Well, cool.
You know, in the big trucks, a lot of times the transmission cooler is a tow package option.
Yeah,
That you
yeah.
add the cooler to it.
I mean, a lot of the big ones, half tons, are going away too, and I think that's
Yeah.
wrong. But yeah, what do I know? I did get a BS degree in trucknology, but I don't know if that makes me an expert. Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to look at some more of these. Well, thanks. So what's this, a graphics package, or what am I looking at now?
That is a graphics package that includes that sticker on the side. There's a hood sticker, and then of course the lettering.
Yeah. Too cool.
This is an SB with the premium package, so basically decked out like the Pro 4X was, just with not the off-road aggressiveness, and not without the, well, it's 4x2, so don't have a locking diff.
Oh, you can't get a locking diff on a two-wheel drive?
No, and not in the SB.
That might be where you need it the most.
Yeah, depending on what you're towing.
Yeah. A lot of times in dirt roads, you don't need a four-wheel drive, you just need a little bit of locker in the back. You got cement-colored trucks everywhere. Ken with Mr. Truck here with a really exciting trailer accessory. You know, trailer tires is a big deal. You got problems, especially 100-degree weather like we're having this year. You know, you're gonna blow tires, and the tires are gonna blow, take out your fender, take out your clearance lights, and then you're gonna sit there on the side of the road fixing your tire while your horses get hot. Sun coming down 100 degrees, no doors open and no fan. It's horrible. And I see it happen all the time, and so I go to Higher Ply Tires and I go to Tucson Tire Pressure Monitoring System. They got so many options. You can go with bands on the Alcoa wheels, that's such a small hole. You can go with the tire pressure monitoring where you have a valve stem and the relay below it, the transmitter. And then you can do the same transmitter on a band. And now the new one, I call them space balls, but they're actually tire pressure monitoring from Tucson ball sensors, like a ping pong ball, rubber coated, and you put this in your tire. You crack open the bead, throw it in there, and it bounces around, goes right for a little while, and then once you get up to speed, it just sticks to wherever it's at. You know ahead of time what's going on. This gives you special alerts. Before, if the tire pressure is too high, it goes off, beeps and flashes. Too low, it beeps and flashes. Same way with heat. And this will save you a lot of money. You know, the price of a tire will pay for one of these puppies. And why would you not want to know what's going on with your trailer tires?